So now that we have everything pretty much working for the reviving, I want to go ahead and start working on the actual UI. So indicate that something we are doing and the progress of what we are actually doing is in relation to, it being complete. So to begin, we can go ahead and go to our UI folder and we want to start working on a new, basically, widget dedicated to this held interaction. Now, to begin, I kind of want to organize this a bit because we have these two here that are more related to the game, and then we're going to have two that are related to interaction. So instead of cluttering this up, let's go ahead and start organizing with a folder called interaction, drag the interaction message into it, and a folder called gameplay, and drag the round and points into it. Then we can go ahead and fix up redirectors and save. So in our interaction, we want to create a new widget blueprint of type user widget, and we'll name it WBP underscore held interaction. So in here, we want to have two things, a vertical box, which contains a text block and a progress bar. So let's go ahead and add the vertical box. Let's add our text block and our progress bar. Okay, go to desired just to get a better idea. And for our text block, we want to justify it to the center. And even though we don't need to, I like to rename to TP underscore, let's call it message. And for the progress bar, PB underscore, let's do completion. So now we just want to make this look a little bit more like, well, this. So we have a somewhat translucent dark background. So if we go down to style, we have the tint. We can make that completely black and set it to, say, that's not enough. Let's do 0.45. Yeah, we'll do 0.4. Yeah, I think that's about right. And then let's set the percentage, which is a ugly blue. Let's go ahead and change the fill color and opacity to white. And let's make it a little bit, just a little on the gray side. Now I kind of want some additional padding. So let's go ahead and here's our border padding. So we can see how far it goes from the side. So that's not too far. Let's just do like 2. And let's try 2. So we get a nice kind of clean area around there. Let's try 1. Yeah, I'm kind of more fond of 2. Okay. Now that we have this, let's go ahead and add the view model. So we want to add the interaction message view model. And we could honestly probably rename this to just interaction at some point or another. So we want to select it and go down to property path because we're going to do the exact same thing for creating the view model that we did in our interaction message. So let's go to that and copy the function and paste it into our held interaction. So now that we have that, we can very simply set it. And that's it. So it now has access to our held interaction view model. So now we can go ahead and go through, set up the bindings, all that stuff, but we don't have any yet. So we want to go ahead and go to our SKG Zombies UI view models, view model interaction message. So first thing, we need the held interaction message. So that'll be something like revive, for example. And then we want the float, which is going to be the percentage of completion. So this will be the held interaction completion percent. And this will be a default of 0. And there is one more that we could add, which we're going to have to probably put a bool as to whether or not it should be, hidden or visible. But we'll deal with that later. Now let's go ahead and make our held interaction, our void set held interaction message. And our f string for the get held interaction message, and I'm going to change message to new value for all of these moving forwards. Now we need to make the void set held interaction completion percentage, and the getter, so float get held interaction completion percentage. So now we can go ahead and set it with the held interaction percentage, then the new value, as well as the held interaction completion percent and the new value. And then I just want to pass these by reference, so that way they're not being copied every single time. So that takes care of our three values, which are primarily what we need for now. So we can go ahead and close this down, recompile, and relaunch. Okay, once we are back in the editor, let's go back to our widget here. And with our text block, we can go ahead and set the text property. And we need a conversion function to do a toText from a string. And our string value is going to be our view model held interaction message. Next up, we have the progress bar. So let's add a binding for that. And we need this for the progress. No, what is it called? Percent. So we need the percent property. And we want I'm going to reset that back to 0. We want this to be a held interaction complete percent. So let's go ahead and save that, and we now should be good to go. We just have to add it to our HUD. So let's go to our WBP HUD, and here's our current interaction. And something I did notice, the overall, I guess you could say, interaction entirely is not in the center of the screen. So I want to go ahead and lower this down as well. So let's take this for alignment on the Y. Let's do -1, something like that, pretending this is the crosshair. Now let's also add the held interaction. Center it up 0.5, and let's do -2. So let's see about where this is, because it does overlay the messages. Maybe it was back here. Yeah, so it's a little bit below, but not super far. So I'd say that's a good overall position. And now we can just kind of more or less, actually, we don't actually have a way to change it yet. So we need to actually change the values. Okay, so all we really have to do is the same thing we're doing in the interaction message, which is right here. So we do need to, I do kind of want to refactor this in the near future, but I want to make sure everything is actually working currently. So to begin, let's do, let's say we want it here, because here we set the progress bar in the name, and here we can clear it. So if we are locally controlled, we want to go ahead and set the held interaction message, and that's going to be the interact. Let's actually just for now, let's just do revive, because we don't actually have, well, trying to think. Yeah, we're going to need something separate probably for that. So we'll just do revive, and then we need the percent. So set held interaction complete percent. So we need to use the hold time and normalize that between 0 and the interaction duration. So we're going to use the Kismet math library. So U Kismet math library, normalize to range, and we're going to normalize the hold time between 0 and the get interaction duration. So this will get us a value between 0 and 1. And you just got to include Kismet math library.h. So that takes care of that. Now let's go down to the else where we clear it. And we want to set the held interaction message to basically nothing. And also set the completion percentage to 0. So we're just going to reset it. And once we've done that, we can run our live coding, and hopefully we are going to be good to go. But we are still going to have, some issues such as not having it be hidden when we want it to be hidden, and small stuff like that. So let's go ahead, give this a try. So we can see the progress bar is right there in the center of the screen. And I'll go ahead and go down. So on this guy, I can get the option to revive. And when I start holding F, we get the revive. And we also get our progress bar going up. Now it's not very smooth, but that is something we can work on. So once we complete it, it automatically goes away based upon how we have the system set up. So if the server goes down, the client can also perform the same revive. Just like that. Okay, so functionally, we have everything in place. Well, minus the actual held interaction, message. So we want to go ahead and implement that really quick. And then in the next video, we'll go through and, perform our refactor to try to really clean this up. So to begin, let's go to our the interact interface. We have our get interaction message. Let's do a get held interaction message. And we'll just default this one to default held message. So from here, we want to go back to our pawn and override the get held interaction message. And here we want to kind of, do some various things. So realistically, our player is only ever going to say return revive, but there are cases where we might have some other things based upon, other states. It just kind of depends. But in our case, we want it to strictly return revive, and that's it. So we can close out of our pawn, go ahead and restart the editor. Actually, cancel that. We're going to go back to our interact because we need to set the fixed value where we set it to revive to use the held interaction message. So interaction interface, get held interaction message. And now we can give it a try. So now it should actually be somewhat dynamic based upon, whatever we want it to be. Okay, once we're back in the editor, go ahead and press play. Give it another try. So we'll just make the client go down. We get our press and hold F, and we get prompted to revive. So that is what I want. So in the next video, we're going to go through and do some cleanup work. The first thing is we don't want the progress bar to be visible the entire time. That is kind of annoying. So we're going to set up a system to basically hide, dictate whether or not we need to show or hide the progress bar. And I want to also do a refactor to clean this up because I want this logic to actually be over here instead. So we'll have to figure something out regarding that. So with that out of the way, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.